There's more news. Like I feel like we're piling on the guy now. I wonder if newscasters feel like this about like when they keep covering like a topic. Like there's just more bad news coming out about Travis Scott and everything that happened at Astroworld.
Yeah.
And it says,
for him.
Well, you can have whatever opinion you want. Was he in the right? Was he in the wrong? But it says mass casualty incident at Travis Scott's Astroworld Festival. Everything we know so far. Oh no! I'm sorry. That's the wrong article. I pulled up the wrong article. So
it's okay. Technical difficulties, but also I was right. It's Rich Bucket. Ha! I do remember.
I got that one wrong. We're gonna fix on the fly here.
Okay. It's okay. We're still in the process.
Yeah. It's okay. This is the one I was looking for earlier. So this is from Variety, and it says, let's see, Travis Scott out of Coachella 2022 lineup following Astroworld tragedy. So it really is kind of like there's nothing you can do. Like he can't win. Like he's kind of like these companies aren't distancing themselves from him because they actually think that he did anything wrong. They're distancing themselves from him for liability and image purposes, right? So it says Travis Scott has been effectively removed from the lineup of performances from the 2022 Coachella Valley Music Festival. Variety has learned. The development follows a report from KESQ in Palm Springs, which reported that the controversial rapper was dropped from the bill following the tragedy which occurred at his own Astroworld Festival in November, where 10 people died after the crowd rampaged during the headlining set. A Change.org petition was set up demanding his removal from Coachella's lineup. The petition gathered nearly 60,000 signatures as of this writing. I always take issue with like Change.org things because it's very easy to sign a online petition.
Yep.
It's a lot harder to like argue with people that actually put their money where their mouth is. So it's like, sure, 60,000 people who were mad in the moment took a few seconds out of their day to go sign some stupid form online. How much does that actually equate to disdain or anger in the real world?
I don't know. But basically you can go on petition.com and sign any petition that you feel. Yeah.
So it's like, how angry were they really? Like, in a fit of anger, you went online, you signed something. Big deal.
I'm so angry. Go sign this.
Yeah, like
that's automatic.
How much do we know that they actually care about what he actually did, or did they just read it? Because these headlines are designed to be this way, right? So somebody writes, "Travis Scott did this horrible thing. Sign this petition to keep him from ever adding to his income again." And you capitalize on that outrage that people feel. That's literally how these websites are designed. Headlines are made inflammatory to capitalize on the fact that you read something, it upsets you. And you share it with people.
Yeah.
Like, that's literally why the headlines are made that way, right? They're made to make you angry.
Yeah.
Does that happen to you a lot? Do you read stuff and you're just like, ugh?
I just give up. Like, if I read one sentence, I'm like, I'm done for the day.
You got to read the whole article, though. That's the problem.
No. No. You can't force me to read.
I can.
I'm a child of America.
I can force
I don't know how to read.
You can learn to read.
I don't know.
I bet you.
I will freeze.
We'll teach you how to read.
No.
Like Floyd Mayweather.
No.
We will teach you how to read.
I am not reading a whole page of Harry Potter.
What?
That's what 50
yeah. Okay, yeah. I was like, what are you talking? Oh, Floyd Mayweather. You continued on you piggybacked on me and you did it better than me, and then I screwed it up. That was all my fault there.
Do your research. Yeah. This is your job.
This is my job. So it says reps for the artist, the festival, and the city of Indio, California, where it is held, have not confirmed the KESQ report. Variety has reached out to Golden Voice, the AEG subsidiary which stages Coachella and its sister festival, Stagecoach, for comment. Sources say the festival informed Scott's longtime agent, Kara Lewis, of the Kara Lewis Group, of its intent to pull Scott from the bill, which he was set to headline. So he wasn't just going to be in it; he was going to headline the entire festival.
I think I asked this before, but what's a popular song of Travis Scott? I'm sorry, I'm not a Travis Scott fan. I only knew him because of Chris Wu. I
am a bigger fan of Kid Cudi, but the one that I always listen to is the song "The Plan" from the Tenet soundtrack. But let's see. So not only did they pull him, like they have to pay like a large fee to do that, right? Because you can't just book an artist, fill up their schedule and then just cancel at the last minute. There's penalties for that. So it says, So of the Cara Lewis group, so sources say the festival informed Scott's longtime agent Cara Lewis of the Cara Lewis group of its intent to pull Scott from the bill, which he was to headline, and that it would pay a kill fee for the cancellation, typically 25%. An insider adds that the Lewis group has been steadfast in trying to keep the slot, which would have marked Scott's return to the stage after Astroworld.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that, like, almost like maybe he shouldn't return at such a big festival. Maybe he should do smaller appearances first.
Like Burning Man? I'm joking.
Maybe smaller than that, too. Like,
I'm joking.
You know what I mean, though? Like, maybe something more intimate, a smaller setting, looks better on paper. Optics-wise, it looks better than coming back and having...
Zoom-called concert.
Yeah. That's what everyone did in 2020, right? All the virtual concerts that people were having. So maybe he does something small like that first.
I don't think they did the virtual concerts on Zoom, but I remember this one band, Forefront Orange. The drummer liked a lot of my photos on Instagram when they used to have Instagram, and like he watched all my stories. But they used to do like live feeds on their Instagram account. That's how they did a lot of like fan interactions.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of artists that I've listened to in the past that do like, or they'll do like acoustic versions of new songs live.
Yeah, like there was a lot of guys that were like upcoming rappers, and they were asking me to promote them. Like this one guy from Chicago.
You're gonna be an influencer.
I try to be, but it was funny because like he tried. I don't know if he was like flirting with me or not.
He was definitely. I'm gonna let you in a little secret. He was definitely flirting with you.
I don't know, but he was from Chicago.
Chicago.
You
know how I know he was flirting with you?
Why?
Because he's a guy. And yes, he was flirting with you.
I don't know, but I rather.
Wait, what was he saying?
He was like, "Oh yeah, like whenever you're in Chicago, like come hang out with us, and also promote my music."
Oh God, yeah.
Also promote my music.
Okay, the promote my music part seems slightly more desperate than the first part's just very typical, like I'm trying to get with you type stuff. The second part's like, I'm also want you to help me become bigger than I already am.
Yeah, and then he invited me to one of his live streams where he was rapping with somebody else. He was like, I want you to watch this. And I'm like, okay.
Did you watch it? I
only watched like 5 minutes and then logged out, and then like after that watched it again, and it was still live, and I was like, okay, I'm out.
So it wasn't very good.
I was just bored.
He wasn't able to keep your attention.
Well, it's because like I am a Gen Zer kind of. I'm like a millennial /
No, you're not. You're solid Gen Z, almost alpha.
Okay, thank you. I was about to smack you, but okay, I'll take that.
Yes.
Because you called me young.
Basically. You're very young.
Yeah, but...
so you have the attention span of a gnat.
Hey!
I do too.
It's goldfish.
I do too.
And it's goldfish, and I blame SpongeBob.
I have that attention span problem too, and I don't even have the excuse. I'm older than you, so...
SpongeBob.
I didn't watch SpongeBob.
It came out the same year I was born. We're the same age.
You also watch The Simpsons, which has been around since before your parents were born, basically. Okay, not since your parents were born, but they were very young when The Simpsons came out.
You want to know a hard reality?
What?
My mom was just a few years older than you.
I know. So I was like, let me get your mom's number. Let me get her number. No?
That's so gross.
It's gross? Come on, man.
No.
Hook a brother up.
No. Date somebody else. Date somebody else.
Nope. Your mom or nothing.
She's married, bro.
Nope. You know what? Roadblocks. Just.
I don't think that's how it works.
Okay, so getting past Miracle's mom, Coachella, which was launched in 1999, is the biggest music festival in North America with a capacity of 125,000 people. The 2022 edition is already sold out and offers a waiting list for tickets and packages. Mm-hmm. But despite the lack of clarity, it is difficult to imagine Scott performing at any music festival in the near future in the wake of his Houston concert. And then it says in parentheses, Live Nation was among the promoters for Astroworld. Hundreds of lawsuits have been filed in the wake of the Astroworld tragedy, naming Scott, guest performer Drake, promoter Live Nation, and various other individuals affiliated with NRG Park and Scoremore Holdings as defendants. I have a question. Do you know if Live Nation is that affiliated with like Trap Nation? And you know what I'm talking about, right? All the YouTube channels that have.
I love Trap Nation.
Yeah,
like I always listen to them.
Yep, I'm a big fan. So I wonder. I bet you that's like one major conglomerate.
I think they are.
That makes sense. So it says Scott was first announced as a Coachella headliner nearly 2 years ago in January of 2020, along with Frank Ocean and Rage Against the Machine. While the festival has been postponed multiple times due to COVID-19 pandemic, Rage and Scott remained on its most recent lineup, with Ocean recently deferring his appearance to 2023. With Scott's presumed withdrawal, Coachella apparently now has 2 new headliners to announce. Swedish House Mafia announced in October that they will be performing at the 2022 event. I don't see them on the same level as Travis Scott, although it remains unclear whether or not they will be a headliner. However, the festival traditionally announces its lineup during the first days of the new year, and it seems like likely that other performers, as well as many new headliners, will be announced at that time, assuming pandemic conditions allow the festival to proceed.
Mm-hmm.
So,
to answer your question, no, they're not owned by the same person. So Trap Nation is the founder is Andre Benz,
okay.
like Mercedes Benz.
So it's not the same as like the YouTube channel. You found? Did somebody ask that? Had somebody ask that question? Okay, cool. That's interesting. That would have been cool if they were owned by the same company, though.
It would be.
Yep. So one of the I thought this comment was interesting. It says the crowd didn't quote rampage during his set. Hundreds of people were trapped, crushed, and suffocated while the organizers refused to stop the concert, and the HPD stood around and watched. The media paints these kids as raving lunatics because they're in the bag for Live Nation and Travis Scott's PR machine. Even with that, like, does that make it Scott's duty to stop the concert, or is it the concert organizer's job to stop the concert? We had
what came first, the chicken or the egg?
We had Carter on here who does music here for this company here, and he was talking about when you're on stage, there's lights in your face, there's a lot going on, and it's very easy to second guess and say like he should have stopped, but we weren't there. We don't really know how we would have reacted.
Also, fun fact about Carter, he's a model too beforehand. So he has the same experience. Like, he knows how it is. Like, bright, shining lights, like flashing lights everywhere. You can't really tell. And there's, like, people surrounding you. Yep. Like, in the front, you can't really tell.
Plus, that's, like, the last... I hate because it's like what happened was so tragic. But it's like this was... stopping a concert mid-concert is, like, the last line. You don't want to do that unless absolutely possible, right? Because your job as a performer is to give these people one amazing experience, and if you just stop randomly and it ends up being for something that ended up not being that big of a deal, that might resonate with people, or that it makes you look like less than a good performer, maybe. So I don't know, like that's crazy. Like, people will be second guessing this case for like all of time, I think. But
do you think they'll write it in the history books?
This will probably be one that goes down like as a pretty important thing. So I don't know. Like it's I feel bad. I kind of feel bad for the guy, but at the same time I don't. I don't know. Thanks for watching this clip, guys. If you want to see full episodes or follow us on social media, links are in the description below. Bye.
Bye.